find their own way. Let me tell you where this conversation started from. One of my very good friends, are you allowed to use the word best friend at 39? One of best friends, Wangu, we're talking the other day, and he works for an international recruitment agency. I know important people. But and we're just talking about something as basic as coming up with your resume and putting one together is a challenge. Yes, it's a challenge for most people, because there's folk who've never had to have a CV. Like you'd imagine someone at my age, for instance. Let's use me as the guinea pig, an example today. I'm 39. Sasa nikuwe na CV kwa nini? Curriculum vitae. Why would I have one? Sindio? And I have people at my beck and call who can make that call, and I get a job. Unajua kesho Yolanda is the CEO of Presidential Press Services, PPS. Just like that, at the drop of a hat. So there's so many people who've never had to struggle in their lives. They've had a call made, this and that. Some of us, in the meantime, had to come and do our interviews. And if you went past a man called Tom Japani, I'm sure I have one foot inside heaven, because he was not very easy to please. And I understood why a little later, that it should take a lot to sit on this chair, right? It just can't be about a good voice or, some charm and good looks. But so there's people who their parents have had such powerful connections and they've never had to face reality. And it begs the question, should you as a parent, I know by the time you make your networks, like for instance, look at myself. I sit in a chair. I work both on TV and radio. I rub shoulders with some pretty mighty people. So you can imagine what my war chest is going to look like even after my retirement. So my daughter finishes her school, and then she's expecting when she's done with university that I'm going to pick up the phone and call for her to get her first job. I don't think so. I don't think that is an exercise in, cultivating responsibility. I feel like sometimes your child might take some things for granted. Like, I'm not going to lie to you that I'm going to watch my child suffer. Hell no. Never, ever. But the first job, I'll let you get it for yourself. Let me tell you something. If you have the determination, I know you're going to open your mouth and tell me about the joblessness in this country, but can I at least see you sweat for it? Before, my first instinct is, what I'm trying to say is, your first instinct should not be to pick up that phone. Many recruiters will tell you, many HR managers will tell you that they have brought half-baked children because you have refused to subject them to reality, right? They just come late, they're not even dressed the part, they are not even prepared for an interview. My dad said, I come and see you. The hell is my dad said? That cannot be your opening line. My dad said, I come and see you. You understand? So I'm like, just for them to understand the gravity of the matter is, let them finish school. Let them go and tarmac a little. When push comes to shove, as in when you see your child, you're like, ooh, this Nairobi sun does not like you, my daughter. Look at you. Is that your skin I see peeling off? Yeah. Then maybe I can see what I can do. But that will never be the first thing that I do for you. I did the first call I make when you're fresh out of school, fresh out the oven. That's doing your child a disservice. Let them suffer a little. Let them face reality. Trust me. Trust me, that exercise in humiliation that you're imagining that tarmacking is builds character. It builds character. They don't take things for granted. I've had children say things like, I don't even need the salary. My dad can. I'm like, you don't even need the salary. They'll think long and hard before they even want to resign from a job. Because guess what? I don't like this place. These guys don't treat me right. Because they know my mom is not the one to play with. And my dad is not the one to play with. I know you would want your children to have it easy because you did not, but I've always find it such a flimsy excuse. Do you know how many parents are destroying their children's lives in the name of, let me give my children the things I did not have, let me buy my child the gadgets I did not have, in their organizations. For them to rise up in their organizations. For them to rise up the ranks to where they sit today, look at their portfolio. Doesn't it speak for itself? Look at everything to their name. The banks, but if it's real estate, just think about anything they touch. It turns to gold, right? Yes, because they understand. They understand more than anybody. Otherwise, their parents would have decided, since I've amassed this kind of wealth, you start off as assistant CEO for 1 year, and then after that, I bump someone, and then you'll become CEO. You don't build discipline like that. You do not. You do not. And I'm not saying because you're a man of means, your children should go scavenging. Just a little, yeah. Just kidogo. Sini kweli. Just kidogo. Edwin wants to switch off my microphone. My producer is like, nope, if you have connections, use them, because there's a child somewhere who would die to have parents with connections. Somebody who can make that one call and change your life for eternity. But many times you see stupid children. Yes, your children are stupid, many of them, because you've not had them have a meeting and face reality. Kidogo tu. Kidogo. Acha tamakwania. By the time ametamakwania, you know what I'm saying? Ka accent kana fade. Anakwambia ni kubaya buda once upon a time. You know? Then maybe you can let your children face reality. Not to harden them. Not to harden them. Let them understand that nothing is owed to them as a birthright. Remind them about sweat, blood, and tears, and the important part they play in a human being's life. It feels so good when you've earned something and nobody made a call for it. You can say, I sit here because someone made a call or whatever. When I switch on the mic, when you're listening, do you know whose child or wife I am? You don't give a damn. You think my clients who advertise here care about whose wife or daughter I am? They don't. I have to put in the work for it. And every single day. Like yesterday didn't even count. It's important. Edwin, my producer, and you can go and sit in Uhuru Park. But you're not going to make that call. That is my 2 cents in it. But let's hear from you. Should parents use their connections to help their kids land their first job, or should they let them find their own way?